Hello, everyone. Hello, welcome in. How are yous? I've got an update for sound alerts. Cool. I will look at that later. Hey, Judge Groovy Man. Hey, George. How are yous? Welcome in, and welcome to my first day of freedom because I finished work today. That is good. It's been a busy few weeks, but good to be good to be finished work for now for a couple of weeks. Yes, freedom indeed, and to celebrate, I found a beer in my conservatory, which is it's basically a fridge at the moment. So I'm going to give this a go if I can find something to open it with. How's everyone? Hope you're well. What's this one? Yeah, that'll do. Oh, you did various releases for OS4. What did you do? Is this SDK stuff or actual, or sort of like, let's say, userland software? And yeah, by all means, feel free to plug it if you have any links to drop there. Ah, what's that then? Oh, so what's small talk and what's the game? Oh yeah, it's rare I'm on Twitter these days, but sure I'll throw an old tweet out or whatever they call it now. I'll throw an X out. Who knows? Who knows? Anyways, to freedom. I've got my stormtrooper glass as well. Stormtrooper beer. Mm. It's been a hell of a year, but here we are. Yeah, it's yeah. I got that glass as part of a set once, and it's a cool little glass. Yeah, I knew that the name sounded familiar. Cheers, Javier. Well, welcome in. Sláinte. Or Solianja, as Amiga Blitz says sometimes. How are yous? I am. Yeah. Now I'm going to be a bit rusty on this because I've been meaning to get this software release finished for ages for my Solas boards, and I haven't. But Nivrig, welcome in. Board Namona indeed. George, Gayamas, is that right? Am I saying that? Am I butchering it? Gayamas. I'm doing an Amiga Bill on the Greek version. Yeah, so this is the last chance for getting the Solus update released before Christmas. Not gay mass. Yeah, that's a different thing entirely. What would you say, guy mass? Gaia mass? Yeah, I haven't a clue. I'm sorry. Ah, Yamas. Ah, okay. Yeah, you've done something funny with your G's there. Okay, I see what's happened here. Yamas. Is that right? Cool. Okay. Well, is my audio a bit low? Sorry. Like the mic. Yeah. Sorry. Maybe I can move a bit closer. It's not low, but if the background audio, if the, like, maybe if I lean down like this, um, but if the background music is a bit too high, I can lower that a bit. So, the sound alert. Oh, sounded fine here. Uh, Yes. Sorry. 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 I realized I had the Windows sound lowered. So yeah, that was why. Sorry. The OS sounds were low. There might be some music now. Hopefully a little bit in the background. Just a bit. Hopefully. Yeah, there we go. Sorry about that. Yes, and now sounds should work nicely as well. What do we have? Oh, what's this? Oh, jeez, there's new stuff everywhere. I'm not on Twitch enough to to know all these things. Yeah.
Hello.
There we go. That sounds a bit better. Because I heard it fine the first time, and I also heard the music, and just realised that the audio was low. Oh, Nivrig with big brain here. That's probably a good shout. Yeah. I do actually. I think I posted about this stream as my first post on Blue Sky, but I don't actually think I'm following anyone other than a Welsh steam railway. So I don't know how much good that'll do. I do. Let me see. We'll drop it. Where's my? How do I look at it? I should know because it looks like Twitter. Sure. I don't know if this will work. Let's see. Does that work? Let's just. Oh, where has he gone now? Oh yeah, there you are. That's me, I think. Well, I don't know. I think I have a grand total of 2 posts on there, but there you go. That is it for what it's worth. I don't know. It feels like with Twitter, with everyone sort of abandoning Twitter for various things over the last year, it feels like back in the day, the you know, when in the what was it called? The Bebo and all those kind of, you know, in those days when everyone, you know, it was you know, you basically every week there's a new there's a new social network, and that's what happens. So oh yeah, thanks very much. Yeah, Blue Sky. The problem with all these things is that it's nice and quiet until all the people get there, and then, you know, sure, people are the problem. Really. No avatar. Yeah, that is how fresh and new that account is. Oh, look at that! I've got notifications. Yeah, literally 1 post. There you go. Okay, well sure, let's follow people back. Let's give a couple of follows here. Follow back. Follow back. Oh, look at this. It's all, well, you can't look at this, but yeah. Sure, there you go. There's some follows. Throw a few follows out there. Right, now. Yeah, that's the thing, and I like that about Mastodon as well. In that it's kind of it's quite restricted. It's not trying to sell you a million other things. Yeah, they aren't. Everyone on a social network is just basically a bot. That's what I've found. So it's perfectly okay to insult them, because, you know, they're just a script, a very fancy script. Yeah, that's it. Well, we had a whole but we had our work Christmas party a while ago, kind of end of November actually, and it was I didn't go to it. But it's a big company. It's probably 1,000 people working there. Christmas party was quite a big thing, and that was on the Friday, let's say, the end of November. 3 days into the following week, so on the Wednesday, I think it was, HR had introduced new harassment and bullying and stuff policy, and so we've all had to do this big training course on, you know, personal respect and microaggressions and all, you know, sexual harassment and all this stuff. Like, I'd really love to know what happened at the Christmas party. But there you go. But yeah, there's a whole thing on about like cyberbullying and all that. Whole lot. You know, it's obviously a busy few days for HR. Sorry, I missed it now. Yeah. Anyways, right. So yeah, exactly. Yeah, and then it's funny because you see just everyone just tiptoeing around in work. It's like, I don't want to offend anyone. Oh, yeah, no, I wouldn't be bothered. I go to it normally, as in, I walked home from it last year. Now I shouldn't have walked home from it. It was about a 2-hour walk in the snow, but I did walk home from it last year. But it was you know, I normally go to it. It's like free booze and free food. It's in the city centre. But yeah, if I was going to drive, 75 miles, nah, no thanks. But oh, and someone did get stuck in the lift on their way up to the room when they got there. Missed the entire meal and all the stuff. So, probably all the drama as well. But yeah, anyways, it seemed like a party with a story to tell. Okay, let's go. Oh yeah, I wanted to see exactly what the story was with this, because I wanted to look. There was a problem putting text on the LCD with OS 3.2, so I'm going to try and sort that out. I thought I had sorted it out, and maybe I did, but I'm going to check the source. Oh. Okay, I see. So did they have the money for the director's bonuses though? That's the thing. I'm wondering with whatever happened at our Christmas party, will we have one next year? Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, oh, we've no money for a Christmas party, but you know, we'll pat ourselves on the back and have an extra 20 grand for enjoying over Christmas or whatever. So yes, source. What was I looking at? I updated all these programs. That's right. I updated all these programs to fix a little bug in the code for reading. Where's my name? For reading. For reading, not the tool. Where is it? Yes, the end variable. Can't remember how I fixed it. What did I fix? But anyways, yes, Solas LCD I don't think has that fixed in it yet, so I'm going to try and fix that. Solas LCD, that's this one. Actually, let me just see the date stamps there. Ah, balls. That looks like I have fixed it. But the I don't have the I don't have my clock in it because I've been doing some hardware stuff and I took the clock out and I never put it back in, so whatever I've worked on the last stream is all dated 2019 except for that one. I don't know what's happened there, but anyways, right, so let's read in the, let's see if we have the right envar. Yes, so it's -1 there. That's the problem. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Proton Fig, how are you? Welcome in. Oh, it's been a while since I've had a raid. Cheers. I'm having a beer to celebrate finishing work for the year. How was your stream? You were doing vampire coding the last time I dropped in? Oh yeah, it's basically sparkling water with built-in sterilizing properties. I don't know. Something like that. I'm pretty sure everyone here probably follows Proton Fig already, but if you don't, there you go. Give him a look. He does some pretty hardcore assembly programming. He's been working on some, hand coding some vampire assembly the last time I saw. Impressive stuff. Well worth a look and a follow. This is going down way too easy. Yeah, welcome in, guys. Welcome in. If anyone hasn't been here before, I'm doing some Blitz Basic coding, which is probably almost opposite end of the spectrum from what ProtonFig was doing. But welcome in, and I hope you enjoy. At the moment, I'm working on the software for my Solas board, which is a little RGB lighting hardware that I made for the Amiga 1200. And so this is some of the software for it that I'm coding. And that's basically it. Where's my ban button? Yeah, screw that. I do assembly when I absolutely have to, and for the rest of the time I like to try and hold on to whatever little hair I have left. So. Anyways. Right, so yeah, so I had a bug, and the bug in this software looks like this. Up until OS 3.2, you could just leave that field sort of infinite basically, and it would happily read whatever length. But Gugu, thank you for the follow. Thanks very much. That didn't make a sound actually. I just saw it pop up there. Oh, something to look at. But yeah, so up until OS 3.2, like so, up until 3.1.4, you could leave this field as -1, and it would read in whatever size variable there was. Now, obviously, that leaves things open for memory corruption and stuff like that. So, rightly so, they've closed that problem in. They closed that problem in OS 3.2, or that potential major hole. Thank you, ProtonFig. Oh, there you go. So this is a Christmas game you were working on, was it? Cool. Anyway, yeah, check that out. Cool, yeah, absolutely. And Tro, if you have any other, well, basically share away there. Oh, demo. Oh, cool. And is this for the vampire? Or is it like 68, just plain 68K or anything like that? What platform is it for? So let me see. Where did I have this before? I checked in something else. Where I already fixed this place. Oh no, where is it? Ah, cool. I usually get those sort of like music discs and stuff like that, music floppies. That's cool. I like that. Okay, so there we are. So get far, and so we're allowing 10 bytes now, which should be more than enough because it's only it's only like 6-byte value, 6 potentially 7. So we'll change that to -1 to 10. And that should be enough, and we'll recompile this. Where's the mouse going? Okay, so this should be okay. Let's see, we're going to make it executable. Solas LCD bug. Oh, that's why it wasn't working. Okay, was it right? So let's create Solas LCD. Yeah, it's a hell of a bit of kit, to be fair. And what they've done is they've taken the 68K command set and they've added extra opcodes and stuff like that to it. You know, kind of to make a super 68,000 or super 68K CPU from it. And yeah, so that's it. So there's some stuff that's very if you make stuff that's vampire specific, it's specifically for the Vampire, as in it won't run on an A500, let's say. But you know, it's a lot more powerful than a 68K CPU anyway. So you know, if you're making something Vampire, it's not going to be you're not going to be running it on a plain A500 anyway, let's say. Yeah, but there you go. Like it's you know, in the hundreds of megahertz range, which is a nice it's a nice kit. Yes, the Spectrum Next for Amiga is exactly the kind of thing, but you can also plug one into an Amiga and use the original kind of motherboard, I suppose. But yeah, they're around for a while. You'll find plenty of discussion about them online. Anyways, okay, so we're allocating 10 bytes for that end variable. So now I did compile that, didn't I? Just create the minimized version of it, and this should work. Yeah. Compile. I get you, like when I'm doing some when I'm doing a lot of dev work, most recently, like, you know, with Banging the Metal dev work, I do it in WinUAE, and I get used to the compile times being almost instant. So this is a 68060 in this machine that I'm running at the moment, so it's a little bit slow when in comparison, you know. that was quite quick for a multipass compile, to be fair. But you know, I get used to the WinUAE. Okay, so let's give that a go. Where's that? That's going to be in here somewhere. Actually, yeah, it's a CLI command. Okay. So Solas LCD. Okay, so now that is actually picking up the address fine. So yeah, there you go. There's the link to the Vampire team. So now let's try and do let's see what. And then sorry, is that very loud in the microphone? I realize my microphone's right beside this keyboard, and it's one of the slightly clicky A2000 keyboards. And that's working. Aha. It's relaxing, yeah. Good. It's like you know, it's like they say that sometimes with some babies, they fall asleep to the sound of the vacuum cleaner. Cross development. Do you mean for the Amiga or Vampire specifically? So you're developing for Vampire on PC? Is that it, or am I misunderstanding it there, Proton? To be fair, this is probably one of the nicest keyboards that Commodore ever made, because it's like well, I suppose the A1000 one with mechanical buttons, but it's a Mitsumi rubber dome instead of the springs, and all the other keyboards I have, and all the A600 and 1200 keyboards have the springs, and they feel dead. And yeah, this one has the rubber domes, and I've seen a few people harvest PC Mitsumi keyboards for the rubber domes, because you can just replace the springs with them, and it feels so much better. So much better. Aha. Okay, yeah. So it's kind of a few slightly clunky way of doing it. But so are you doing? So you're running ASM1 then on the PC in WinUAE and then shuttling the executable across, or what are you doing? What way does it work? That's cool. Maybe out of beer soon. I think there's another one or two down there. Okay, so now this is working, although it's very, very slow. And I have vague memories of, in the last stream, trying to fix some problem. Okay, alright. The assembly. Okay, cool. The assembly. Cool, that's quite the setup. So I think at the last stream, which was a month ago, I'm sorry about that, for anyone who's really eager to see this stuff, I did have some issues with this code, and now it seems to be working. So, but it's running very slowly. So I think there's just some sort of some debug timing code I put in. So let's see what is happening when. So it's LCD. So retards. So let's get down to the good stuff here. Get LCD settings. Oh, did I slow down cycle delay? Oh, cycle delay is modified there. So cycle delay should look like this. Oh no, that's the same. Oh no, sorry, it's not. It's permanently in very slow mode. So delay, oh yeah, that would make sense, that's a comment. Okay, so let's compile this and see if it works. That's nicely done. And how is this over the network then to the Amiga, to the Vampire? Or have you got some sort of serial setup, or what way do you do that? Let's compile this. Compile. Oh, Han Solo, how are you? Welcome in, and thanks for the follow. Sorry I missed that. Something's going on that I don't have the little my little settlers popping up when someone follows me. I know, it feels like you don't touch something for a while, it just decays by itself, spontaneously breaks, you know, just all bits and bytes. Okay, and this is, like I say, this is over the network, I presume. Aye, cool. What am I looking for? Sound alerts. I can't remember. What is it? Like that. Anyway, no, I'll fix it some other time. But yes, thank you for the follow. It's much appreciated. Okay, so let's see if this looks any different. Source LCD. Oh. Let's just copy the text. And page equals 1. Now, this is a test 2. Cannot lock source board. Why? Okay, that works. Why could you not lock the source board? Is this the problem I had last time? Oh dear, oh dear. What is... Oh, am I running... Solas host? Solas temps is running. Okay, so what happens is... where was that, actually? Oh, it was hidden. Solas temps is a little commodity, and that's what it looks like, and it runs, and basically whenever something accesses Solas, it locks out everything else. So normally, what a normal application does is it waits until Solas has been freed. So if you're running Solas temps and then you run something like Solas Enviro, one will wait until the other, and then they'll get their message in, so they queue up. but that doesn't happen for this. I didn't implement it because it's sort of it's a straight fail if the board is locked. So yeah, so that would be why that happened. I might have to change that because, or I have an option to change that, because if you're running this in a script, it's going to, you might want it to wait. So I'll have to, I'll add a wait function at some point. Anyways, but yeah, I think it was clashing with that sometimes. So let's run this a couple of times. Yeah, look, that's running fine every time. Yeah, that's a thing. To be fair, I could be writing code on the PC, and you know there were Blitz Basic cross compilers as well, and you know, and I'm kind of like, yeah, it's nice, it's nice and fast, and you have all the modern tools available and stuff like that, you know. But especially for C, you know, I think C is probably the biggest one. You know, it's the most mature of those environments, I suppose. Yeah, I don't know. I like Blitz Basic and doing it on the actual in the OS. But yeah, there we go. Okay, so now I just have to switch off all the debug information that's getting chucked out there, and this should be ready. 0.4a. So I should 11th of October. Just before my birthday. So 0.4 alpha, I presume. And we're going to do this 20th of December. And let's compile that again. Yeah, I like Amiga OS full stop, as in I think it's a nice place to work and to do stuff, which is, you know, I think it's kind of like, I do like OS 4 because I like the whole paradigm, or the various paradigms that Amiga OS uses, but you know, sometimes you kind of like, oh, you know, I need a few more modern luxuries, and OS 4 has a lot of that stuff in it. And so even when I'm doing 68K Blitz programming, if it doesn't bang the hardware or anything, I like to do it on OS 4 because it's much faster, but you know, it's got like anti-alias fonts and things like that, and it has all the, you know, kind of like dragging between screens. There's a few other things that are just like, I forgot about that. It's nice stuff. But yeah, there you go. I haven't yeah, because I've been working on hardware stuff for a while and on hardware banging stuff, so I haven't done actually OS stuff for a while. I'll have to get back into it. Slow down transfers for debugging. I think this, I was very close, but I think the last stream I just kind of gave up on it at the end. It ran out of time, or got sick of it. So I think it's sorted now. It looks like it's sorted. Maybe I was trying to debug an issue that wasn't there, like this collision thing when board is busy. But anyways, it seems to be working fine now. I can maybe at a later date add some let's see. Yeah, so that's all updating fine. I'm looking at the LCD. Actually, I realize you guys can't see that. Let's see, can I show you this? What does that look like? Messy. That's my dev machine. That's what's actually running this thing. I don't know if this cable will stretch for it. There we go, this is a test 3. Yeah. So that's what it's doing. So I can send messages to that from here. Yay, it's working. So that's one more thing that's working. Now, what I had done was started doing tab, sort of, selecting fields with tab in the, in the programs I had to do. So I think I had done Solas temps. Let's have a look at that and see what it looks like. Cool. So where do we build our application? Where's that? Here we go. So let's see. There, I think all I need to do is add a property to each. Okay. Yeah. So all I need to do is add a tag to each item when I'm making it that MUI attribute cycle chain and turn that on. And then what happens is when we launch the program, see, that just takes a second to start up and get its bearings. Oh, yeah. Right one. 11th February. So, second. Oh, dates backwards in that. That's not right. Why is it doing date format all arseways? Nope. Where's 3.2? Oh dear, oh dear. There we go, better. 2nd November. Okay, so that's fine. That's already done. So that, well, hold on a second. Why is that not actually doing keyboard selection? Let's see. Yeah. So temps. Oh, is it the alarms window? Yeah, no, it is the alarms window. And I can't select any of that. Why not? Why not? So, alarms temporarily enable. Let's quit this one and launch it from Blitz Basic and see if it does the same thing. Oh, look now. Yeah, so now I can control the keyboard. By the way, using a wireless Amiga 2000 keyboard. So alarms should be able to, yeah, so I can control our keyboard now. That's cool. That's what I wanted, so it just hasn't been compiled in. The right version number, but I obviously never finished the compile of that. So let's do that as well. Date. Ah, yeah. Make sure it works. And then I think I'll do the same for the main the main window, but I also want to do some pop-up help bubbles. You know, so you can hover over a control and see what it does, give a brief description. There's going to be a lot of text involved in that, and I'm not sure how I best do that. I'll hard code it to start. Okay, so now you should have tab and keyboard control. Tab chain, yeah. Yeah. Cool. Okay. Another thing ticked off the list. Let's see, what else is there? Did I fix Solas host? Or the okay, I did, so that's already fixed. That bug has been fixed there. So Solas host is fine. Let's go for Solas control now and have a look at the. This is the main big one. So this is the main preferences software. 30 of April. So we're going to bump this to. I think we're on 0.13, aren't we? Yeah. Bump this to 0.14. Okay. So that is that's that. So this has multiple files involved. So we're going to open a new file and source control. Nearly sure. Yeah. And we've got an awful lot of objects in here. An awful lot that we have to set this properly for. Well, not all of them, but you know, the read-only fields obviously shouldn't be tab selectable. But let's see. And let's see, can we paste there? Let's see, so that's 2 cycles. Oh, I'm doing this wrong. I need to use MUI add tags, don't I? I haven't tried it yet. I will do. Have you? By the way, there's a fairly recent release. From a little while ago. And I haven't really. There was like a bug fix update a little while ago. So 3.9.9 was a little bit unstable for me and for a lot of people, it seems. I haven't really used 3.9.10 in anger. I'm still using 3.7.3, 3.8 on my 2 setups because they're stable, and you know, when you're kind of like, you spent a lot of time in them, you kind of know the quirks, you know what to avoid, but you also kind of, you can trust it. I don't want to move everything over to a new thing and then find that I've got some issues that are to do with the compiler or something. Do you know what I mean? So I'll have to stretch its legs at some point, maybe the new year. But once I get this release out of the way, I'll have a look, definitely, because there have been some, you know, some pretty cool updates to the libraries and to the IDE. So yeah, I'll have to do that. Have you tried it? Have you? No? Or have you given it a go? Movie ad tags, okay. So we don't need that one. Let's close that one. So movie ad tags. Fair enough. Yeah, no, I'll be giving it a go. So movie object tag value, so that is and then the cycle chain, because yeah, we can't add the tags to the end here. That won't work. Okay, so that's that. So cycle chain for that, and what we'll do is we'll delete that line, undelete it. Undelete it there as well. And then it's not going to work for that one. So let's have a look at this and see if that works. So I've just done 3, just to make sure I'm getting things right. Okay, so now if we tab around, yeah, we can tab through those 3. And how do we change them? Oh yeah, so we can use up and down for changing those gadgets. Oh yeah, it's enter, not space. Cool. Excellent. You're never. It's never too late. Don't say things like that. Yeah, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. Yeah. Right. I have run out of beer, so I'm going to go and get another bottle of beer. Talk amongst yourselves. I'll be back in about 30 seconds. Yes, beer. This one is Duker's, which is another Scottish beer from Caledonian Brewery. Don't get more Scottish than that. Yeah, we've had a busy few weeks in work, so it's been a bit crazy. We've been doing some regulatory submissions, and it's just been generally awful lot of work on. So, I'm happy that's out of the way. Hey, Amiga Bill's illegitimate son, welcome in. Welcome in. I've just opened a new beer. Will you be joining me in a beer? Scottish beer. And Stormtrooper's pint glass. And a Merry Crimbo to you too, and to all of yours. Oh, I was wrapping presents earlier. Yes, fun times, fun times. Sorted with that for now, which is good. Put that over there. Running out of space in this little room. Yeah, so yeah, I think I have pretty much all the presents wrapped now. Probably some emergencies will come along at the last minute, but we've got a few selection boxes and stuff lying around for that. Yeah. So now it's just a case of actually doing Christmas. Spending time with all these people. Oh no! Oh, that's a nightmare. Is this a present that she has asked for? Or is this a present that's a kind of a surprise? Because if she's asked for it and you can say you did your best, then she'd probably be fine with that. But, well, I'm, thinking for my wife, I think. But if it's a surprise now, you're going to have to, like, get her chocolate orange or something. Just say, here you go. Aha. Well, then it will be a surprise for her, won't it? She gets nothing. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's good thinking. That is good thinking. Okay. Yeah. So where was I? What was I doing? So this works. Keyboard selection works, I think. Did debug mode. Can't remember what I was doing. Don't know why I had it in debug mode. Anyways, so so I think this is all working now as well. Yeah, I just need to do the tab control and the help file, the help stuff. Now I have to remember how to do that. In Blitz Basic, string handling is kind of funny. It's a little bit different to C because it treats strings as a primitive, but how it does that is kind of this weird internal black magic that Blitz does, and it basically uses a massive heap and temporary string space, and it handles all that, and you don't really get much say as to what goes on in there. So whenever you deal with the OS and stuff like that, or with external libraries and things, you start dealing with strings, you have to manually assign them, to in a way that's more like C than Basic, and that's basically so that that you're sure that the space is there and where you say it is, so that when the OS writes into that space without your program's knowledge, or outside of your program, that you don't completely torpedo the program itself. So that's it. So when you're putting loads of strings into something, you have to do someone wrote a little command for doing it basically, but you have to do it in a certain way. But anyway, we'll do the cycle chain stuff first. Cycle chain. Oh god. Live preview. Now there is a way of also setting the tab order so that when you go through them, you can choose the order of them. I'm not sure if that is in this. I'm not sure if it's in code order or if it's in group order. I'll have to think about that. Now, does it have centigrade, Fahrenheit temperature options? Not the main program, no. But the actual user program, Solas Temps, does. So this one does. Oh, that was a bad read. What you doing? What you doing, boy? It hasn't. See, these labels are actually stored on Solas itself. So yeah, so it's supposed to read that. It's obviously messed up there, and it reads them on startup. So we're going to try that again. Maybe that's the problem I had the last time I was trying to fix. Okay, I don't know. Glitch in the matrix. But yes, that does have the option, but it's a tool type option. So we quit that and we go to here. and we can change the units to freedom units. '96, '92. Oh. I've set off the alarm because the alarm is still thinking in Celsius. Oh yeah. So the readings are in Fahrenheit, but the alarm is in Celsius. So it has tripped the alarm. Because the alarm's set to 71. Oh, what are you doing? Why you do that thing? Again. The can doubler. Anyways, yes, so there is the option there and it does a calculation, but internally, yeah, that is it. So it's kind of, it's not a feature I'm that bothered with because, like, you know, no one uses Fahrenheit. Well, like, no one uses, only the entire of the US uses Fahrenheit, but yeah. Oh, for bonus points, here's some proper pub quiz knowledge. So you know you've got the Celsius scale, it goes from 0 to 100, and then you've got the Kelvin scale, which goes from absolute 0, but it's in steps that are Celsius sized. Yep, you're aware of that. Who here can name the Fahrenheit equivalent of Kelvin? I'll wait. Maybe I won't wait. Another Scottish physicist it's named after. Melvin, yes. Rankine, R-A-N-K-I-N-E, Rankine. But there you go. It's even less used than Kelvin because it's utter nonsense, basically. So it makes no sense from any kind of calculation point of view or scientific point of view. Just seems to be there for completionist's sake. But anyways, there you go. So this window is all converted. The set point is 112, which is what, 40 something degrees. But these alarms are not converted. See, internally everything's in Celsius anyway. So all the readings from the board are in Celsius, all the internal calculations are in Celsius. So setting the alarm to Fahrenheit is probably going to give you a little bit of error, because if you set it to like 52 and that turns out to be, what's that going to be, like 20 degrees or something like that, and it actually, you want it to be at 21 degrees, it might not set off. I'll have to figure out how to deal with that, because there'll be rounding issues. But yeah, so that is another thing to put on the list. I will sort that out some other time. This that is anyway, there we go. The alarm system works. Although the alarm will only work when the OS is running. So if you overheat your CPU running a game, I can't warn you. But yeah, so that is a good point. Solas temps, I'm going to put a little note at the top here. Symmetrical. So let's do so that's something to do later. Cool. So now, okay, back to this. Cycle chain. So I can't remember whether cycle chain order is in the order they're created or the order they are assigned. But Okay. Cycle. Move text. Okay, so that's a read-only one, so we don't want that to be in the chain. So main. Oh, main script. Oh, I've got that twice. So that's a label. Sorry. Main direction. So maybe cycle chain one and a simple one, so that's the same pattern. All those groups. They're read only. Slider, fan speed. Min fan speed. Fan stay on. Oh, we don't. Jesus, this is a waste. Sorry. Add tags. Yes, we can. That should be fine with that. That's all group stuff. String. So. Oh, this is stuff that we can use because this debugging stuff is hidden anyway. Actually, it's interesting how I'm just wondering if you set up a gadget that's in the chain and the gadget is hidden, does it still get selected? We'll find out. This was just stuff that could be used for manually manipulating the I2C bus, I2C bus. But yeah, I think gone beyond that, or we don't use that anymore really. Not connected. Status. Is that all the controls in the main window? Let's run it and see. Oh. What? Oh, of course. Sorry, yes. Need to compile from the main file. Okay, that's fine. Why are we not selecting any of those sliders? Did we not put the code up for those sliders? Slider 1, slider 2 and stuff like that. So main group sliders. Oh, they're up here. Ah, okay, right, well that's why. How did I just jump this entire section of the code? Okay, so we'll add it there, add it there, add it there, there, there. That's the 6 color sliders, and now we've got there and there for the speed and size, and then what was the last one? And then that was it. Okay, so that should be it. No, it's not going to work. Of course, it's not going to work. That one. As I was saying there, my keyboard is wireless. That's the other end of this A2000 keyboard plugged into this little box. And that is how I'm typing. So I'm just giving it a little bit of a test here. And there we go. Yeah, so we can select all the sliders except for the send pattern button. I'm sure we saw that written somewhere. I'm sure we did. Why? Aha. What? Yes. Okay, fine. doesn't like the escape characters in the search function. Okay, so main. Oh, I see what happened here. I copy and pasted that, didn't I? No. Oh no, sorry, that's right. Add tags. Cycle chain 1. Main pattern. Why is that not working? That's weird. Ah, dear. I don't know what's going on there. But skipping. Oh. This one. Let's compile this one instead. So we can select why? What's going on there? Maybe simple button. Oh, is it because it's a simple button? Do I have other simple buttons? Oh yeah, there's a few of them there, but they're not in the main window. It's the only one in the main window. So key button. So save to flash and things like that. So they worked. They were selectable, weren't they? I'm nearly sure they were selectable. Oh God! Every time. Come on. So apply and save flash. They work. Why then does that one not work? What's in here? Send pattern. Is it because there's a bug in it, MUI, and it doesn't do keyboard selection for simple buttons? Is that a known thing? Well, let's change this to a key button just to see. So the only difference is a simple button is just a button. The key button has a keyboard shortcut. So for sending a pattern, we'll give it the keyboard shortcut P. Every time. Let's see if that works now. Not that you even use that button much or at all. Yeah. So it looks like it's only does what I forgot that fan speed is not selecting. Need to fix that. But it looks like it's a bug in the simple button code. Probably Blitz rather than MUI, I would imagine. Okay. Fan speed. Why? Add tags. Cycle chain 1. Is there a problem with add tags? So, everything's working on this page now. Center 2. Minimum fan speed. Select point. They're fine. Fan speed doesn't select. Why? What's the difference? What is the difference? Main fan speed. Because it works for minimum fan speed. That's really weird. Really, really weird. because that's got exactly the same tags. Fan speed, input mode, grill verify. Oh, what have I done? I've overwritten that one. There we go. That is it. That's that little bug. Carlos Jackal, how are you? Welcome in. Welcome along. How are you getting on? I'm having a beer. I'm celebrating finishing work for the year. I feel slightly smug because there are people still in work on Monday and Tuesday. Hey Kavanaghs, welcome in. How are you? How are you? Good to see you. Yeah, welcome along. Carlos Jackal and Kavanagh's. Now, Kavanagh's here, a bit of a legend. He has made. I have one over here. Whoa. This guy here, and that is an ISA board that holds the Solas, and it's great. I have to say, it's really good. Oh yes, yes, Carlos. Yeah, there's a few people here who have Solas boards now. I'm slowly getting through. I'm nearly finished with the outstanding list. I have a Solas board here, just to show. I've nearly caught up. It's nearly there, but it doesn't actually do, like, it's not wired up to any data. Okay, so it's basically just a holder for the Solas board. So if you get a Solas board, a couple of headers have been swapped on the bottom, the power and the audio header, and that should fit like this. It's a beautiful thing, isn't it? The things I didn't even think I needed or anyone needed, and now, like, I've had like requests from like a load of people saying, "Oh, I've got this board from Kavanaugh's and I need the Solas that'll fit that." I'm like, "Oh, cool! Like that's class." Hey, Super Dan, welcome in, welcome along, Mr. Amiga Blitz Jams, or Mr. Game Jam and Mr. Tool Jam. Hope you're doing well. But yeah, so that's what it looks like. So it is ISA, and the intention there, George, is that, you know, in the big box Amiga you've got the ISA slots and the Zorro slots in line. So if you've got a Zorro card that has a clock port on it, like a Buddha, or, you know, one of those ones, you can stick that into the ISA slot beside it and just link the two of them together with the clock port cable. That's a great idea. so I have one here that I've been using for assembling them. Yeah, exactly. There's a few different boards that have a clock port on, because it's kind of like, it's the kind of thing that's, when you're designing a Zorro board, it's almost free. It's like it's a couple of logic chips basically, or you can run it off a CPLD or something like that. It's a very easy thing to add, and it's very useful. But that's brilliant. I like it. I did a board like that holds a hard drive back a while ago, and for my 2000, and you know, just basically it doesn't actually, again, do anything with the data or anything. It's just somewhere to physically put a hard drive. I never even thought of it for this, but it's class. But there you go. Anyone Solas users, give Kavanaugh's a shout if you need one of them. Yes, indeed. So these two headers both connect to the main Solas connector, and they're just mirror images. They're both the same thing. They're just mirror images, so that you can use whichever one works best. There's a remix of the campfire music. But yeah, there you go. So anyways, yes, thank you for that. That is it's incredibly good, and it has the mounting holes as well for securing it, because you don't want any of this stuff popping off and floating around inside your 4000 or whatever. But anyways, yes, there you go. Welcome in, and yeah, no, you're very welcome. Yeah, you can. I didn't really know this was all going on actually until it had already happened. So there you go. You can thank Vinny for them, or for all that stuff. He was kind of the instigator of the whole thing, I think. And what's cool, sorry, just to go on about this again, what's cool is it has a 4-pin audio connector there, complete with a little mixer circuit, so that if you have, you know, audio from a sound card or something like that, you can feed it in there, because big box Amigas don't have the convenient mono feed from the modulator that was originally intended for Solas, or that Solas originally intended to use. So it's lovely, isn't it? It's lovely. Very good, very good. Oh. Yeah. Oh, there he is. Look, there he is. Oh, the whole gang is here. Look at that. Welcome in. Welcome in. Yeah, I think I've had about 5 people ask me now for Solas boards with the connectors inverted for mounting on those cards. So I think if you may have dug yourself a hole there now. You'll have to make loads of them. But yeah, welcome along. Good to have you here. I've been doing some little updates and bug fixing on the Solas software, and now you can tab through all the fields. So there we go. Oh yeah, excellent, good stuff. And feel free when you do have them to promote them, or whatever way you want to handle that. Absolutely, go wild. But that's cool. I was gonna say I don't have a big box Amiga. I do have a 2000. I don't. If it ever has a Solas, I'm gonna put one of those boards in it. But I think it's a bit jam packed in there, and the original case. Although there's actually you've got some vents at the front of the 2000. Oh, can we see it there? Boxes of Solases. Oh, but a few lights along the bottom here. Oh, can you see that? I might have to do that. Yes, that is the thing. I did have, where is it? You know, it is a half done project to have a clock port card for the Zorro slots, but it doesn't work on the 3000 and 4000. So I kind of think it's pointless, really. So it is something that I want to do, and do properly, you know, as in do with a CPLD, because it's a dumb card really, and proper register it as a Zorro 2 card, and do it that way. I'll get to it one of these days, but I've had too many bloody projects. Too many projects. Are you? Well, good luck. Don't fry anything, please. Don't fry anything. I mean, it's not that's cool. It's not even difficult to do. The Zorro kind of standard, especially Zorro 2, is relatively straightforward, and it's all documented. It's all very simple enough. Yeah, you know. So it's a matter of time, basically. That's the problem. But yeah, too little time, exactly. If I could get someone to pay for my day job, or someone to do my day job for me, and I still get the salary, I'd have extra new hardware coming at my ears. Although I you know, for anyone who's just come in there, just want to show you that's my A2000 keyboard is plugged in to that little wireless sender for it. It also takes a mouse and joystick on the front there. So that's something for when Solas calms down. That's next on the list. But yeah, so that is reading. That's what I'm coding on. But yeah, if someone wants to, you know, do my day job for me, I will happily create Amiga stuff all day long. No problem. Thanks very much. The latency is about 25 milliseconds. Now, that's additional latency, so whatever your display is doing as well. So, but it's measured as in, you measured on a scope from when the joystick triggers to when support pin triggers is about 25 milliseconds, give or take. Yes, so then you've got, but basically it's a 1 to 2 frames it introduces. Planning to build mechanical keyboards. Keyboard side into the board. We're planning to build mechanical keyboards. We could integrate the keyboard side. What do you mean by that? Integrate the keyboard side into the board. I'm not sure exactly what you mean there, Kavanos. Yeah, we could. Yeah, that's cool. I was testing one of the Kipper 2K ones, so I have a board there that I need, but you know, you need the very, very rare, hard to find keycaps. That's one I haven't seen, to be honest. I will definitely have to check that out. Ooh. Oh, excuse me. Ooh. That is nice. I like it. I like it. I'm just looking at the pictures. Oh, yes, because I did think about doing that with the Kipper 2K keyboard. It has space on the board and pads for under key LEDs. Because the original Amiga keyboard, there isn't enough space, and I tried to find low enough profile LEDs that would fit, and I couldn't find any. But the Kipper 2K keyboard has the space in, you know, for the LEDs and the switches, and this seems to be doing them. Oh. I would like to see what the story is with that software, and maybe get a kind of an RGB standard library, standard API thing going on. I think that would be a good thing. I think that would be a very good thing. Oh yeah, look, yeah, there's too many things in my head. Too many projects. Yeah, exactly. It was basically I think Kipper 2K, or sorry, Amiga on the Lake were supposed to be funding the custom keycaps and the new molds and stuff that were needed, and that's where it went. I am in touch with the Bifrost guy, and I actually have a Bifrost there, and there is even one of the early prototype Solas boards was purple and has "Thanks Connie" written on the back, and that was to him because because he was kind of involved with the whole start of Solas over the lockdown and stuff like that. And yeah, it's, you know, the intention was that we'd get them to follow colors, because I think there's an I2C input on the Bifrost, or on the latest one, but we haven't got there yet. And we'll see if it happens. But that would be cool, you know, so that your you know, your drive LEDs and your caps lock LED will change color based on your Solas colors. You won one. That's you have one of very few in existence. That's a nice prize. A nice prize. Very good. Okay. Okay. So we've got our tab select working here. Have we got it? Yes, it is now working for all the fields. Cool. Good stuff. Good stuff. Right, now, what was next? I wanted to add, we've got the preferences window, and that's kind of the main place for having the tab chain. Out for dinner. Oh, yeah. On that side of the pond. Absolutely. Listen, thanks for dropping in, Kavanaugh, and we'll chat again soon, I'm sure. And thanks for your excellent work. Take care and enjoy your meal. Yeah. So, the preferences window is down here somewhere. Config window, that's the one. That's what I called it. And so we'll do the same thing with that. We just have to add these fields. Config. Password enabled. Two enabled. Oh, there's a string as well. Go. LED count, and then what's next? Yeah, audio offset. Why is that main off? That's because they used to be in the main window. That's why those things have funny tags on them. Audio offset. I've just noticed this is audio orange. Audio range. Audio range. Main audio offset. Audio range. Audio orange. Beat threshold. And event threshold. Event threshold is for the bin. Beat threshold, and then that's that. Now what's next? S1 offset, main S1 offset. Let's see, main S3 offset. So S1 offset. So S1 multiplier. That one. There. There, and then we need one main. Score, sorry, this is like quite monotonous stuff. It's the joy of GUI programming, movie programming, and a 3 name, okay, and then that should be that, and now we've got these guys. Oh balls, that's config. And then config. Main label, main, okay. Main fan key factor. I factor, D factor, fan factor, fanny factor. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Config reset with host. With hose with host. Event hold. This is something I have wanted to do for a long time, because you know, I'd be working on something and I'm trying to change settings, and I like to jump between fields with tab and with the keyboard, and it's annoyed me for years. Which has been a low priority thing, but now we're getting there. RTC disable. Anyway, simple button, you see. Simple button isn't going to work. We're going to enable the tag, but but the simple button I think is buggy in Blitz Basic. It doesn't pick up the tab tag for whatever reason. So we need to change that to a key button. And then we have to have a shortcut for updating firmware. And updating firmware feels like something that's too serious that you shouldn't be able to accidentally trigger it by pressing the keyboard. So I'll leave that. I'll update it, but I'll add the tag, but I'll leave it for now. Leave the actual shortcut. LCD settings. Oh my god, how many bloody settings do I have? Check mark. Config. LCD enabled. LCD type. Address and width. Height. Add tags. We already have that, so we can add on to the end of that cycle chain. Yeah. Contrast. Okay. George, yes, that is exactly how it works. Every card does have its own implementation. The problem is that most of the clockport accessories are old and did their own thing, because back in the day it was kind of like you're going to have at maximum kind of like one device there, and so you're only ever going to have that hardware at one address. So excuse me, so everything does its own thing. It's not like there's no PCI library or anything that equivalent. I have thought about it a lot and thought that, you know, having a library there that you could at least identify what was on the different clock ports. But in reality, even identifying boards is hit and miss, because a lot of them don't have a positive way of identifying. Like Solas has, and it's probably a completely weird and nonsense way of doing it, but it works. I know that, like, you know, the individual computers have quite an elaborate way of identifying a board, and there's a bit of to and fro to enable in interrupts and stuff like that as well. It's quite a complex protocol, and other devices don't have any kind of detection method at all. You just kind of query the whatever chip it is. If it's a serial chip or an Ethernet chip, you query it as if it's an ISA board in a PC. You literally just write to it and see what you get for return. It's they all have their own implementation, and it's a shame. Yeah. So it's good. It's a good question. So you have it defined. There is a way of doing that. There are macros, yeah. So you can create macros. You can also create constants. But yeah, you can create macros and things like that. But unfortunately, this isn't the exact same line. I have to change the ID of the thing. So it's not much different to doing this in C. In C, you would normally create all the tags anyway, you see? Whereas in Basic, you've got default tags. that are used from the start of when you create a gadget, and you only have to add the command when you change those default settings. But in C, you have to define all the flags, all the tags straight away. So adding something is more work, but in C you would have had those lines there anyway. So it's although yeah, you probably could have macroed them in C, but yeah, that's the difference there. Okay, we're nearly done with this stuff. Nearly done. So check mark, that is show T1. So show T1, show T2, show T3, oh, show fan, LCD page time, sensor names, oh, sensor names. Nearly there, nearly there. Oh, sorry. There. Backlight enable. Backlight address. Yeah. So you can do that, and it's a macro. So yeah, you could do really yeah, probably could have done that. Yeah, but yes, you can, and it works like that. You can set like macro arguments, and it will substitute them into the code then when it's compiled. Yeah, I probably should use them more. Oh yes, and then the last one is the okay, that should be it. Let's see if this even compiles after changing so many things at once. Whoa. Does it work? Does it work? What do you know? It works. Well, it compiles. I was fully expecting typos galore in there. Okay. That is all working fine, all those things. Let's go to advanced configuration. Yes. Sensors and fan. Oh, sensor 2 and 3 offset haven't worked. Update Solas, yeah, I knew that wouldn't work. Okay, and that order generally seems pretty logical. Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, no typos. That's I'm pleasantly surprised. Okay, so that's good. That's good. So what are we going to do now? We're going to so sensor 2 offset. I think they're typos. Well, not typos. I think I just never updated I think I copy and pasted without updating the values. Yeah, well, that's it. I often, especially I'll show you this one where I type in something and I'll tab through them, and it annoys me that when I press enter it just goes away and I have to go and click to re-enable the next one. So now that I can tab, it's so much better. But yeah, sensor 2 offset, sensor 3 offset, they need to be fixed. So where were they? Sensor 2 offset. Oh, they're in this file. Yeah, you see, look what I've done. I've just added the tags to sensor 1 offset again. Sensor 2 offset and sensor 3 offset. And 2 multiplier, 3 multiplier. That'll be that. I'm going to just trust that that's fixed it. Fixed it. What else? Oh yeah, and then I wanted to add a little bubble help. Now bubble help. Bubble help is going to involve big long strings of text. And in Blitz Basic that gets a little bit complicated because you've only got 255 characters wide. 250 characters wide. Okay, thanks for dropping in, Vincent or Vinny. Say hello to the missus. Yeah, enjoy. I'll talk to you again soon. Take care of yourself. Bye bye. So, help text. What's that going to look like? Oh, I can't remember the property. But we'll start at the top. This is where we are. So, and the it's something like help string or something like that. Oh, I'm gonna have to look up the movie autodocs. Sorry, talk amongst yourself for a second, and I will. Is it like help text? I don't see it there in the area. Why? Okay, so what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to look at. Yeah, it's going to be something like that. You know, I have it. I have done this in another program, so I'm going to open the source for. Let's see what I have. InstallerGen, I think I've done this. InstallerGen is quite a complex program, and I also localized it, so the code is going to be even clunkier for this. Keybook. Short help. MUI short help. And then a pointer to the string. Now, the pointer to the string is a slightly complicated bit. Blitz has a kind of a chunky workaround for that, but really you should have an array of strings and reference them by address. And that's the simplest way, but MUI short help. Okay. MUI short help. And that is it's a terrible function. Get global string address. I'll use it for now, but if it mean, you know, it takes up a lot of the actual text space available. Let's see what we can write. So that's yeah. Let me see. Yeah. What will we say? Current LED strip or the Yeah. Don't mind the weird text there. That just happens sometimes when a command is half out of the screen and it updates itself. It untokenizes itself, and because internally the Blitz commands are all like this 2-byte, or even is it a 1-byte value? It's basically a 2-byte value, and 1 byte for the library, 1 byte for the command. So you can have 256 libraries, 256 commands in each library. So it's this 2-byte value, and if it refreshes the screen when the command is half out of the screen, it just gives you garbage because it's because of how it works. Now, okay, I'm just going to try it with that one before I go spending hours typing stuff. So let's see. So, yes! I know it's only a little thing, but it's like, I thought it wasn't going to work there for a while. I thought it wasn't popping up. Okay, cool. It's a good feeling. It's an addictive feeling. This is why I do this for shits and giggles in my spare time. I have to say that I have in various times over, my career also done coding for my job. Not as the main part of my job, but as a part of my job as an engineer. And the times you're working on a project, and it's far more intense when you're under pressure for it. Oh, is it? That music is a bit shit anyway. Let's skip that. Is that better? Yeah. Anyways, I was saying that, like in previous jobs, or even in my current job, I've done a little bit of development as part of the job, and there's a different kind of pressure. When you're spending some time on something, and it's kind of like, oh, I really need to get this done by the end of the week or whatever, and then you get something working, and it's like, oh, so good. Okay, so that's the help stuff. Now, I probably don't need to do all of them on stream, because once you got one, it's probably a little bit boring. Yeah, well, as they say, if it wasn't for the last minute, nothing would get done. So let's give this a go. Something like that, and then style. Okay, and now I just want to do one more, which will be the color groups, because I think I can add this as a tag for the group. See, I'm already using this get global string address for the title. Let's see if that works. If we do. Oh no, that's not where we wanted actually. We actually want that to be. Oh, that's gone. Oh, it's deep. Oh, you bastard. Anyways, let's get that from there. So, this is the group sliders 1. Main and primary color. Oh, why is this got disabled thing? Go. Sliders 2. Secondary back. Well, hold on a second. That would have been right then. What? Oh, this editor doesn't have an undo, and it's actually kind of annoying. Background secondary color. Let's see if I have actually. I thought it was a comment, so I deleted it. Let's see if it works. So we should be able to main and primary color. Okay, I can add a bit more text there. Okay, so actually I have enabled this extra group, so that's wrong actually. So yeah, I see what's happened here. That shouldn't have happened. So rows. Frame title. Okay. Primary foreground. We actually don't want that. RGB sliders, okay. Something like that. Oh, select stuff was a bit funny here. Yeah, these are the things that I hope are fixed in newer Blitz Basic versions, but then they tended to be a bit less stable, a bit more unstable. I've already got that kind of there. Can I do this? Yeah, I can. Good old Amiga shortcuts. Delete to the end of the line. Now I'm just going to see if these work, and then maybe see if there's anything. Is there anything else I need to do at the moment? I know there are other. I've had a couple of suggestions for other patterns to introduce and stuff like that, but that's a firmware thing, and you know, maybe sometime I'll do a firmware stream. Oh dear, that's bad news. Well, the help works for that one, but when you see Mui doing that, bad things have happened, and usually a crash follows. So I think I may have gotten away with that, but I don't know. Something bad has happened there, though. Is it possible to use your own editor? And then there is a, yeah, the compiler is built into Amiga Blitz 3. Yeah. The compiler is kind of built into the editor, but you can run the editor and just as a command line thing. Now, earlier versions don't have that, as in Blitz Basic 2 doesn't really have that, but you can do that, and there are cross compilers that harness that, because what they do is they do a very neat little trick where you compile on the Windows side, and then they launch WinUAE and use an AREX script to launch the compiler, and it works really well. Scorpion Engine and stuff like that I think are based on that kind of principle, and it works very well. Oh, that's in storage, and we don't need that. What were we looking for? Sorry. So what I changed there was slider 2, group, slider 2, rows 2. Oh, we're missing a chunk. We're missing a chunk. How did that disappear? Oh, balls. We're missing the property to make it a group. So we need to put that in there, I think. So we ended up with loads of gadgets that were kind of orphaned. So memory might already be trashed, but let's have a look. Let's have a look and see. 64 megs of RAM. Hopefully it's found itself a bit of space to trash nothing. Oh, fuck. What's happened here now? Excuse the language. What have I changed? Oh, I did something with group 1. Group 1. Frame group. Frame title. Oh no. What has happened here? Main group. Primary. This is where it should be. I think. Is that what's happened? Main group. Slide. Okay, the sliders are one thing. Primary. So this is a horizontal group, and then we add a V group, and that's the actual primary. Let me get this right in my head. So this is just a group of sliders, and then the vertical group contains the sliders, which is a horizontal group, and the color indicator bar at the top. And I wanted to apply to all of them. So sliders 1. I think we don't need any of that stuff. I made a mistake enabling that. Let's see. No. Oh. Let's see. There we go. It works. And the colors are set right. Let's see. So if I hover over that, set the main and primary color of these RGB sliders. Oh no. Ah, this has got. I've enabled the border around these, and I didn't want to do that. Nearly there. Nearly there. Nearly there. Movie is very fickle, and I'm saying it's very fickle. It's like it's very logical. Yeah. So up here. Main sliders 2. That's all we needed. That's all we needed. There we go. Sorry, I uncommented those things because I thought they were something else. Because I thought they were just. Yeah. Don't mind me. Ah dear. It's decision time. Do I go for another beer or do I finish up soon? There we go. That's what it's supposed to look like. And oh, supposed to pop up over that group. Okay, that one works. Oh, bum. Where is that one gone now? Main group, secondary. Oh, it's still here. That's okay. I didn't move it for the secondary one. Now, third time, fourth time, seventh time lucky, whatever it is. Now, here we go. Hover there, hover there. Hooray! That was it. That was what I was looking for. Cool. Okay. So that is that. That's working. Was there anything else on the list? For like immediate problems? I don't think so. I think I can just keep on adding description strings now, and that'll be it. I'm going to get another beer. Bear with me a minute, and then we'll see what else I can do with this software. Talk amongst yourselves. Yeah, thankfully that's not a thing, because oh, can you imagine? This is a Brussels stout. I was almost going to say Brussels sprout. I'm not a huge stout fan, but we're scraping the barrel here. Oh, so yeah, so the Brussels sprout. It is called Stout Eric, and I have some random beers that I'm sure were from a beer selection box last year or something like that. But yeah, for an Irishman, I know it's disappointing for many, but I'm not really a Guinness drinker. People are amazed at this, or astonished. But stout, I kind of like. I'll have a stout, and then I'll be like, okay, that's enough. But we'll give this a go, and then we'll type some help text while we're drinking. See what happens. Might not be good. Well, yeah, that's it. But yeah, it's kind of like an Irishman, and I don't drink whiskey either. Well, I rarely drink whiskey, and so I don't drink Guinness. I don't drink whiskey. Like, what's wrong with you? There are bits in this. Don't know if there's supposed to be bits in this. Anyways, it'll do. Tastes alright. Oh yeah, Polish beer, I'm presuming. I recognise the name, alright. I'm sure I've had cans of that in the field at some point or other. Okay, let's do some more text, more help text. What are the next buttons that we're doing? Okay, so just going to and so what's this one? Apply current settings. Send these settings to send the current settings to Solas. That button.
Kardemumma on ihan pieni kaupunki ja se on niin kaukana, että tuskin kukaan tietää siitä. Varmaankin vain sinä ja minä ja jokunen muu.
What do we say about sending first? slightly more formal sounding, make sure to send something like that. Yeah, the direction. I was going to say the direction, but it doesn't really matter when you're not. Yeah, the direction depends entirely on how you install the LED strip. Estimated current. You might actually. Oh, I didn't want to do that. And that is
Tuskin kukaan tietää siitä. Sinä ja minä, pieni kaupunki. Tuskin kukaan tietää siitä. Sinä ja minä, pieni kaupunki. Sinä ja minä. Ja jokunen muu. Tuskin kukaan tietää siitä. Sinä ja minä, pieni kaupunki. Tuskin kukaan tietää siitä.
oh my god, spelling, Rob, spelling.
Sinä ja minä.
Okay, Javier, thank you very much for dropping in. You're always welcome. And yeah, yeah, I know. Yeah, my crash counter is still at 0, and I did have one or two runs there where Mui had a bit of a conniption, so I was fully expecting a crash there, but we got away with it. With my I have a TF1260 in this A1200, and it only has 64 megs of RAM, but 64 megs is still enough space to write to, and hopefully not hit anything important. Oh yeah, 07 Commander. Good night, and thanks very much, and have a great Christmas.
Tuskin kukaan tietää siitä. Sinä ja minä, pieni kaupunki. Tuskin kukaan tietää siitä. Sinä
Okay.
ja minä, pieni kaupunki. Sinä ja
I'm saying 07 Commander because of I play Elite Dangerous. I do realize I was using other things as well, and it's kind of more common nowadays. But yeah, that was the first time I saw that little emoji, or that little thing was salute, and it got to a point in Elite Dangerous where there's air traffic control in the space stations in Elite Dangerous, and they tell you where to park and stuff like that, and you hear them over the intercom, and you hear them, they call you up and they say, you know, Delacey Delta Alpha Echo, proceed to landing pad 3 or whatever. And then sometimes when you're leaving the station, they'll say, you know, you're now outside the jurisdiction of the station, 07 Commander. And they literally read out 07. It's done deliberately as a kind of almost as a nod to the community who 07 to each other. It's cool. If anyone hasn't played Elite Dangerous and liked Frontier on the Amiga, it's Frontier but with modern graphics. It's fantastic. It is absolutely brilliant. And it's often on sale as well. You can get it very cheap these days. I just wish I had the time to play it. Yeah, it's fantastic. I bought it, like, it's 10 years old now. I say it's like modern gaming, but it still looks great. It's on, you can buy it from Frontier themselves, but you can buy it on Steam as well. I don't think it's shown up on itch, but it is, like, it's Frontier. It really feels like Frontier. All the same ships, the same planets, the same star systems. which is incredible. But it is multiplayer, but you can play it like solo as well. But it's fantastic. It really, really is. Yeah, well, I was a fan of Frontier, and it just feels like Frontier, you know, as it was in my head. You know, when you're looking at the polygons, this is what I actually saw in my mind back then. You know, but it is, even though it's whatever 10, 11 years old, it is still a beautiful game. But you check it out when it's on sale. You can get it for quite cheap. But it also has a first-person like element to it, so you can actually get out of your spaceship in the space stations and walk around, and you go to the bar. Like, there's not a huge amount there, but you can interact with people in the bar, as in get new missions and stuff from them. But it's just kind of like, it's a nice little touch, because the bar usually has a big window and you can watch the other spaceships landing and taking off, and it's like, it's actually like, it's all in the same environment. So it's, if you've got a friend you're playing with online and they're in the ship, you can actually go out and you can wave at them through the window. It's stupid, but like, you know, it's pointless, but there's a little bit of me that's like, oh my god, this is all the stuff that I had in my head back in the mid 90s. But it's very, very good. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Oh, stop it! Like, it's and it's still by the same guys. It's still by David Braben. David Braben is still the head guy on that. Although I'm sure it's not just him coding it in assembly like he did back in the day. There's a massive team working on it. But like 10 years later, it's still going, and it still gets regular updates. It's very, very good. Definitely worth checking out. Okay, so what are we doing? We've done the current send pattern. Oh yeah, this one is an interesting one because it needs a bit of more of a description, I think. So let's see. Must be in. There we go. But yeah, like the whole thing, the coding that's gone into Elite Dangerous is unreal. Like the whole galaxy is there, and you know, if you kit your ship out well enough, you can cross the galaxy. People have done it. It takes months jumping star to star to star to star to star, and like there's less than 1% of the galaxy has been explored so far in 10 years. It's mad. But you know, it's all like the star map and everything. It's just so well done. It's good stuff. Like I say, I just wish I had the time to play it. Oh, and it supports VR if you have a VR headset, and I don't. A couple of friends have, and I have played it in VR, and it's fucking like, you know, you're playing it on a normal monitor and it looks awesome. When you play it in VR, you really get a feel for the size of things. Like you're in the space station, and there's the whole landing area of the space. The dock is apparently 1 kilometer wide, and you don't really get that when you're playing it on the monitor. But when you play it in VR, you're like staring, and it's like way away to the other side of the dock, and you're seeing all the other ships. It's class. It's yeah. There isn't too much going on for VR at the moment. It's I almost, it's dying into a little niche of its own. But that's, if I had more time to dedicate to it, I probably would have bought a VR headset for it. Okay, so sensor 1, sensor 2, we don't really need descriptions for them, I suppose. What I'll do is fan control, so manual. Select how the fan speed is controlled. Do do do. Based on individual sensor reading. Or based on the highest sensor reading. Cool. Okay, so this one. Nope. Where's my second quote though? So far, I think that was my typo, but so far this little thing has done quite well. This wireless keyboard seems to be doing reasonably well. Okay, what's next? Minimum fan speed. Okay, this one needs a bit of explanation. This is really what I needed. Oh no, that's not what we want. Text. Min fan speed. Yeah, this is kind of what I really need the help text for, because these kind of settings are a bit more complicated. Get global string address, that one, and let's see. Minimum fan speed. Ugh. Yeah, that's me. Oh, we're out of text. Oh.
Yo, check this out.
Yeah, we don't need that. We actually don't need the rest of this. Keep fan on. We'll put it this one instead. At the minimum. At the minimum speed set. Oh, when how do I word the first bit of that? Sorry. Da, 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 da. see, this is where we run out of space. Oh god, it is just ruining. That's movement speed when. Oh, that'll do. Very last character. Yeah. Finally turned off the loading minimum. Close enough. Set point. Yeah, set point. So let's give this a go. Do you know what? That's not bad. That Belgian stout. Not bad. Although I probably still wouldn't drink more than one or two of them. Yeah. There's a conservatory on the back of this house, and it's obviously this time of year very, very cold because it's not insulated, and it works really well as a fridge. So all my beer's out there at the moment. All miscellaneous beer. I have a lot of non-alcoholic beer that's there. So I'll have to dispose of somehow or other. So what's this one? This is the set point. Kind of makes sense. You know what? That is that. Let me see. Let's see if this compiles. And oh no! Oh. Oh yes, of course. Oh, fuck's sake! Have I not learned my lesson? Oh, now we've got a proper error. Oh no. Bracket's not paired correctly. But it doesn't give the error line. See, this is the problem when you've got a sub page of code, that it just brings you back to that code. It doesn't bring you to the actual line where the error occurred. Excuse me. Whereas if the error occurred in the main code body that you compile, it will bring you to the exact position in the code where that happened. So let's see, where are we going? What have we changed? We've got all these guys down here. So the sensor stuff was working fine. So it's going to be one of these. Brackets. Did it give me any more in its error code? Let's see. Compiler on line 33. No, that's just something main apply. Oh, apply current settings. Main apply. That's up here somewhere, isn't it? Oh no, it's just down here. Oh no, it is up here with the temperature stuff. Main apply. So is it this line? Yes, look, missing bracket. There we go. Slightly clunky, but it does get there. Let's see what's next. What's the next bracket related bug? Direction, main label direction. Main label direction. Yep, same thing. Okay, let's compile this. Oh, for the love of God. Main fan control. Manual. Okay. Oh, no, that was up here. Main fan control. Short help. Get global string address. That's weird. That's weird. That should work. Sorry, I didn't pay that much attention to the error here. Calls with return values. Main value. What's the problem with the brackets here? Oh. This is on the wrong line. That's why. So, we need to take this out of here. And it goes on the end of the ear instead. That should be it. Yes! It's compiling. And now let's see if all these things work. So, help here. Yeah, let's just not say the settings. Yeah, these are all good settings. Good. Yeah. Okay, we haven't done those ones. So, manually based. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, this is all working. It's all working. Keep fan on isn't working. Light preview working? Okay, so it's not a checkbox thing. Keep fan on. Something funny going on. Keep fan on. But we're 99% of the way there. Keep fan on. Where's that checkbox? Keep fan on. Fan stay on. So add tags. Fan stay on. Cycle chain. Short help. That looks fine, doesn't it? Oh, that's the one that's maybe almost too long. Maybe it's not getting compiled right. I might move the help text into a separate file and load them at compile time, and then and do it that way. We'll see. But anyways, let's just compile it again. See, keep fan on. Yeah, no, there's something funny going on there. But anyways, okay, I'm gonna leave it at that. Because there's a lot of stuff in there that I have to write text for, so I'm not gonna bother with that now. I'll do that in my own time with a bit of Christmas cheer in, and I'll do that over the break. Anyways, but we'll probably leave it there. There we go. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining in and joining in for the chat and everything like that. And what I'm going to do is, let's see who is around at the moment. And thank you very much for dropping in. I'm going to go on a little raid here. Let's see, who have I got on? Can't even find. I have too many tabs open. There's terrible things happening here. Oh, Kiffer Geo's on. I'm going to go and raid Kiffer Geo. He's a friend of mine from home, so he's also from Ireland. He is very much a Dungeons and Dragons guy, very, very much so, and he's playing old D&D games. And like when I say D&D, like as in PC based, like so he's retro, but on the PC. So I'm going to go and raid him. Where's my raid button? There it is. So where are we going? I do plan a new release. Thank you, George. And thank you, Carlos. I do plan a new release for this software before Christmas because I'm probably not going to work on it that much over Christmas, to be fair. So I'd say in the next day or two, I'll have this packaged up and finished, and I will release it because there are a couple of bugs that are fixed in this whole software thing that are that have been annoying me for a while, and Vinny has actually been having issues with that because of his on his machine because of his particular setup. It was a niche kind of bug that only showed up in OS 3.2 and only with certain bits of the software. So, but now it is sorted, I think. He already has an earlier test version of this that fixes it, I think, so he's not complaining about it. But I'll package it all up and I'll release it probably in the next few days. Well, you know what? It's one of those things that there aren't enough. You know, I would love to have every possible machine and every possible setup, but you know, I just don't. I just can't. So you know, I can test it on a couple of setups here, and after that, I'm kind of like, I just have to put it out there and see what people find with it, and people will find problems, and they do find problems, and I'm glad he's been very good at the feedback, as in, you know, he's and George, you, to be fair, you were very good with feedback, especially with the early versions of Solas, and you know, I managed to nail down a couple of major problems with it with your help. So yeah, it's one of those it's one of those things that, you know, there's only so much I can test with what I have here, and you know, the feedback from you guys is you know, makes it better for everyone. So cheers to you guys. Right, let's go and raid Chris. Where's my... Oh, I've lost it again. There we go. Death Knights of Kryn. Oh no, he's doing Heroes Hour. Oh, this is a new one. Actually, I haven't seen this one yet. So, let's give him a raid. Cheers, Nivrig. Good to see you're still around. Thanks for dropping in. Thanks, Carlos. Good night. Happy Christmas, and yes, Happy New Year, and have a wonderful break, all you people. And talk to you soon. Right. Good night.
Challenging, moderate, test of strength. Oh, Daedalus is raiding. How are you doing? What news do you have for me? What news do you have for me? Welcome, 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 raiders. We are playing. We've just finished Death Knights of Kryn, and we are just doing a cheeky little game of Heroes Hour. Guild of Mages. We built a Guild of Mages, which I thought would allow us to build some kind of mage creature, but it did not. It allows us to make some spells. Okay. That taught him a bunch of spells. We're going to go get some more loot. That taught him a bunch of spells. We're going to go get some more loot. A secret charm. Take the secret charm. Okay, these fights we're gonna just lose. Those fights we're gonna lose. Where can we go? Can we get up here? Oh, we have to go really out of our way to get there. Okay. We're just getting money now. We're gonna see how it goes. This is reasonably new. We're not playing a retro game. This is a modern game. It's from 2021. It's very pixelated looking. Sorry, I have a bit of a cough. It's very pixelated looking, but that's a style choice. And our guy, we're trying to find fights that we can do, but unfortunately our troops are a bit weak. Near impossible, impossible. Yeah. Our troops are a bit weak, so we're in a bit of trouble. Alright, back to our